Here we go. Hello, everybody. It's Neil Fox, and I am so happy to have Connie with me. She's a graduate of the 12-week program, and I'm so honored that you're here with me. And we're really here to celebrate her success because it's an extreme successful story. So, Connie, could you please introduce yourself, and as well, please tell me that story you first told me when we first met.
Okay, I'm Connie Strevens. I was born in Banff and I've lived in the Bow Valley my entire life. Um, my occupation was I was a roam bus driver and I worked at a bank as a customer service representative, but currently, because of the story you're going to hear, I'm on disability.
Mm.
So the story goes on May 20th, 2019, at exactly 2 p.m., I went into cardiac arrest while driving. Well, the bus was stopped, but I was like employed driving the bus. And I thank goodness to quick thinking passengers, they were able to call my dispatch and learn how to open the doors so that people could help me. So they drug me out onto the concrete because you can't shock people on a motorized vehicle. And I shocked and they brought me back to life. And then I went into a second cardiac arrest where EMS came and proceeded to break my sternum, 7 ribs on one side, 6 on the other, and crack 2 of my vertebrae in my back. En route to the hospital, I went into my third cardiac arrest where I got the big zappers. And I awoke on stars where I became completely hysterical and they were trying to calm me down before they took off. And they told me there that 1 in 5 people in the entire world survive multiple cardiac arrests. So it was a very shock to the system for sure. And then I was in the cardiac intensive care unit where I got a device, a defibrillator, put in my chest.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're not thinking about exercise, first of all. You're thinking about just, getting by without pain. And how does that make you feel to not be able to do much at all?
It was I was devastated. I mean, even the simplest tasks were so hard, like excruciating, even like just even getting out of bed or reaching for a fork. It was just awful. And so I was depressed. I was down. I was breathless because of that's kind of what goes with cardiac arrest. I had PTSD, night terrors. I was irritable, argumentative. It was bad.
Tell me about how long your walks were before
When I
you,
had the cardiac arrest,
yeah,
not very.
yeah, tell me how far you were walking
How far I was walking before that?
before and then after the cardiac arrest. And
Before
then,
I could go like around the river,
yeah,
the whole berm of the river. And after cardiac arrest, I couldn't even make it to our back gate
wow.
without, having just completely out of breath. And up and down stairs, I was totally out of breath.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So depression and PTSD and night terrors and all of that. So
Mm-hmm.
during that whole experience, you didn't really have any other, I mean, you might have had physio or any other exercise programs. Did you use or try to?
No, nothing. No, I didn't do any exercises whatsoever.
Okay, well, what made you decide to jump on board with our program?
I wanted to get my life back. I wanted to be somewhat the same person. And I was following you on Facebook.
Mhm.
So I saw how positive you were, like how your exercises were like easy to set up at home and things like that. And so I contacted you and told you my story.
Mhm. What a story. And what have you achieved since 12 weeks? It's been almost 15 weeks now, I guess, but what have you achieved?
100% turnaround. the simple tasks are simple again. I walk, to Safeway now, and it's not a problem. I can go up and down stairs. Stairs still make me a little bit breathless, but like I said, that kind of comes with the territory. But like, be, building the strength around my ribs and my back again, and like the whole core of my body, it's just been incredible. Like the pain is 100% lessened.
Mhm.
It's amazing.
Well, so it's 100% now because it was 80% the last time I checked your pain score. So
Yes.
in about I guess in a week and a half, I should update it. So she went from a pain score of near 50 to now almost nothing. Unbelievable.
Hmm.
Keep up the good work. And what was your favorite experience of the whole thing? Journey.
I loved how available you are for questions and how quickly you get back to your clients. Like I said, I love the simplicity. Like you don't need a lot of sports equipment. You don't have to buy a home gym. You can buy a couple cables, some bands, a BOSU ball, and you're set. And so I love that. And I love the group talks because you can learn from each other.
Mhm.
And like you're how very organized you are, that the programs just work, and they're, it's amazing. I love doing it.
Hmm. I love hearing it. Um, so besides your increased walks to Safeway, what are you doing now with your active life? What are you doing now that you weren't doing 3 or 4 months ago?
So my sidekick, to Jack, my dog, I couldn't even walk her because she's very strong and she would pull me. And we couldn't even make it down the driveway before I had to go back into the yard. But now, to Jack and I go for long walks because she needs it. She's a big girl. So that's incredible. And like I said, I can walk, down to Safeway and no problem. Like, and just like I want to do more. Like it sets my day, just doing the exercises. It sets me up to be encouraged to do more and more and more. Like, oh, I can do laundry and I can run to the store and I can, before I was just sitting around moping. So it's giving me that zest to life again.
You told me in the group call yesterday about the ripple effect and how it's affecting your family. And tell me more about.
Yeah. So they we now have a rule, like every meal we put out vegetables and like guacamole, and you can eat them as you please, as many as you want, and it kind of stops you from reaching and digging for the chip bag because the snacks are right there. And my dad started walking on the treadmill to lose some weight, and he's kind of sometimes mimics our exercises. I've caught him out of the corner of my eye. And my mom loves it, and we're eating healthier, drinking lots of water. It's incredible. It's like a whole family experience.
So awesome to hear.
Mhm.
One more thing. Now that you're doing more things, you must be thinking of like, what can I do now? Like what's in the future for my active life? And what are you planning to want to do later on?
Well, because my husband just had surgery, we
Mhm.
definitely, when he recovers, we want to hike. We want to go on those amazing hikes all around Banff, Lake Louise. We want to go biking because we love mountain biking. We want to go just walking around. We want to do camping. And he wants to walk the dog, So it's all these extra things we can do together too, which will be awesome. And that as we go from like, little hikes, we can kind of increase to the tougher ones,
Yeah.
like Chinaman's Peak, for example,
Mhm.
or Lady McDonald. Those are kind of goals for us for the summer.
So awesome to have those goals. I'd love to send me a picture of you on top of Lady McDonald.
And we love biking in Panorama. I don't know if you've ever biked in Panorama, but we love biking in Panorama.
Oh, I have. Don't you worry. There's so much. Yeah.
It's a wipeout zone for me, but need a box of band-aids in my backpack. But
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you for sharing
yeah.
your stories. And that's really emotional for me. And I'm really
Mhm.
people. And I bet you this is going to be a lot of value for people to hear stuff like that, to inspire,
Mhm.
motivate them. It's been this is meant to be a huge celebration for you. I'm so
Mhm.
happy for you and I'm so proud of you. Keep up the good work in your
Well, I
career.
couldn't have done it without you and my willpower, because you're an awesome trainer, and I'm so gonna join Code Red as soon as I can.
Have you?
Yeah.
It's people like you that keep me doing what I do. You
Mhm.
work is what you're doing the work, um,
Yeah.
getting the results, and then that's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, if there's a barrier, you ask me. So that's awesome. So
Mhm.
thank you so much, everyone that's watching. Send her a virtual hug, and I'll see you definitely next Tuesday for the
Sounds
call.
good.
All right.
Bye, Neil.
Bye.
Bye.